Hi dear students, welcome to the English channel. Today we will be discussing question answers from the poem I Remember, I Remember. This video contains all the important question answers with the correct details and keywords so that you can score maximum marks in your exams. Before starting, a small request to you all. Please share and subscribe to my channel and help it grow. Without wasting time, let's start. Question 1. In what mood does the poet recall his childhood? Why? Answer. The poet recalls his childhood in a deeply reflective and sentimental mood, thinking over the lost innocence and natural bliss of those happy times. Childhood is usually considered the best period of a person's life. It is unspoiled by the complexities of adulthood. We find the poet recall his childhood with a heavy heart. Second question. How is the sun treated here? Which memory of the poet's childhood is associated with it? The sun is treated as a person in this poem. It is personified in a unique way as if it were a caring person who would gently wake up the poet every morning by peeping through the window. The poet has very fond memories of the sun arriving neither too early nor too late to start the day every single time. This memory associates with the natural rhythm of his childhood. Question number 3. What does the poet wish? Answer. The poet wishes that in his childhood the night had carried his breath away. He wishes he had died when he was a child. Question 4. What contrast of childhood and adulthood is made by the poet? Answer. The poet draws a sharp contrast between the cheerfulness and innocent wonder of his childhood days and the melancholy and disillusionment of his adulthood. Childhood brought unchecked joy and blissful harmony with nature. However, adulthood has weighed down his spirit with misery and complete exhaustion. Question number 5. Explain those flowers made of light. Answer. The poet is referring to the bright and colorful flowers that bloomed in his garden. There were red and white roses, violet, lilacs, and lily cups, which delighted him in his childhood. Their vibrant, bright, and beautiful colors seemed to radiate light. Question number 6. What is laburnum? What makes the poet excited about it? Answer. Laburnum is a tree with hanging yellow flowers in bunches. The poet is excited because the tree was planted by his brother on his birthday and the tree is still alive. The tree reminds the poet about his beautiful childhood days. Question number 7. Where did the robin bird build its nest? The robin built its nest on the small lilac shrub. Question number 8. How does the poet view swinging in his childhood? Answer. Swinging gave the poet a sense of freedom and thrill when he was a child. He remembers with fondness the place where he used to swing. While swinging, he used to feel like a bird flying freely high in the sky. What were the poet's thoughts when he used to swing as a child? Answer. While swinging in his childhood, the poet used to enjoy feeling the breeze. He used to wonder if the swallow bird also felt the same rush of fresh air while flying. His spirit was as light as a bird's feather, free from the burden of adult life. Question number 10. What is heavy now? Explain the contrast between then and now. The poet's spirit, which was as light as a bird's feather when he was a child, is heavy now due to all the burdens of adult life. Then refers to the poet's childhood days when his spirit felt free and light just like bird flying effortlessly in the sky. The poet has used the metaphor of his spirit flying with feathers to show the joy of his childhood. Now refers to his adulthood where his spirit feels heavy and completely weighed down by the burdens of grown-up sorrows and responsibilities. Question number 11. Explain the fever on my brow. Answer. The fever on my brow refers to the restlessness and dissatisfaction that the poet feels as an adult which is in stark contrast to the cooling and calm effect of his childhood days. The fever represents the heat of emotions like frustration, stress, grief, and misery, which the poet feels now. The dip in the summer pool that cooled him as a child does not have the same effect now when he is an adult. Question number 12. Explain the poet's childhood viewpoint about fir trees. Answer. As a child, the poet very innocently used to believe that the slender tops of the fir trees could touch the sky. This perception of the poet shows his childlike sense of wonder and the imaginative innocence of childhood. Question number 13. How does the poet view his adulthood wisdom as compared to his childhood ignorance? Answer. The poet views his adulthood wisdom as a loss compared to his childhood ignorance. He implies that his adult knowledge has not brought him any happiness. In fact, his wisdom has distanced him from all the happiness and joy that he had when he was a child and knew very little. Question number 14. Explain the last two lines of the poem. To know I am farther off from heaven than when I was a boy. Answer. The last two lines of the poem expresses a sense of loss. The poet admits that his childhood beliefs were foolish, but his days were full of joy and happiness because of this ignorance. He suggests that although he knew very little as a child, he could enjoy his life without having to worry about anything. He has become much wiser as an adult, but this wisdom offers him no comfort. He feels farther away from his sense of happiness than he did as a child. So with this, we end the video here. I hope these question answers will help you score good marks in your exams. See you in my next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and God bless you all.